The day Dr. Marcus Hale received a strange metallic envelope was the day his world unraveled in the most peculiar way. Marcus was a xenolinguist, a specialist in alien languages, on contract with the United Terran Diplomatic Corps. His job was to interpret and help bridge communication between humanity and dozens of newly contacted species. While most of his colleagues enjoyed the fame and high-profile postings in interstellar embassies, Marcus preferred solitude, posted on the relatively quiet desert moon of Velanor 3. It was there that he met Karel. Karel was a Saravian, a towering gold-scaled humanoid with a voice like wind chimes in a thunderstorm and a laugh so loud it shook the ground. They met during a tense negotiation between human mining operations and Saravian elders. Where others saw Marcus as reserved or awkward, Karel saw a kindred soul. Over time, a friendship bloomed between the human scholar and the golden alien warrior. They drank together, debated philosophy, and once even fought side by side during a pirate raid. Karel saved Marcus's life, hurling a plasma grenade back at the attackers with a guttural roar. Marcus never forgot it. But Karel had secrets, ones he never fully shared. Then came the envelope. The courier was a Julna, a squid-like courier drone that fluttered away as soon as Marcus took the shimmering metal packet from its grasp. The seal was unmistakable. Saravian royal insignia. Inside was a holographic will. Karel appeared as a projection, stern, regal, older than Marcus had ever seen him. Marcus Hale, friend, brother of the flame. If you are seeing this, I have returned to the roots of my kind. I am dead or near enough. Marcus blinked, stunned. You once told me that humans revere inheritance, passing on wealth and wisdom to the next generation. I never sired children. But I had you. Therefore, by right of the life bond we formed on the blood moon of Edekar, I name you my heir. The hologram shimmered. You will inherit my holdings on Seraph Prime, my rank within the House of Flame, and my wife. The hologram paused awkwardly. Yes, my wife Virea. Karel coughed in a way that clearly translated across species as discomfort. She is formidable. May the stars guide your union. The message ended. Marcus sat for hours, stunned. Karel had married during one of his off-world diplomatic tours. He had mentioned it only in passing. Marcus had assumed Saravian marriage customs were symbolic or ceremonial, not transferable. But Saravians had odd laws, especially among their noble houses. And Karel had once whispered over a bottle of Terran scotch, "If I die, I hope someone worthy guards her flame." He thought it a metaphor. It wasn't. 3 days later, a diplomatic transport arrived to whisk Marcus to Seraph Prime. He expected resistance. Surely Saravian High Command wouldn't allow a human to inherit the titles, lands, and wife of a dead noble. But surprisingly, the Saravian Council confirmed it. Karel had filed the paperwork through ancient rite. The flames of inheritance, once lit, could not be extinguished. Marcus found himself in possession of a crystalline palace, floating among the clouds of Seraph Prime's highlands, surrounded by flame-lit gardens and patrolling honor guards. But the palace was silent, until she arrived. Virea entered the throne chamber with the grace of a dancer and the presence of a queen. She was Saravian, yes, but different, sleeker, more elegant than Karel. Her scales shimmered with silver and sapphire under the chandelier of twin suns. Her eyes were piercing, glowing softly, and her voice was melodic but clipped. "You are the human," she said, circling him like a hawk. "You knew Karel." "I did," Marcus replied carefully. "I didn't expect any of this." "No one does," she said, flicking her tail. "Saravian law is poetic. Does not ask permission. It decides." She stopped in front of him. Do you intend to claim me then? As part of the inheritance? Marcus flushed. I didn't even know this was possible. I'm not here to. I don't mind, she said calmly. If you're worthy. Worthy. To guard the flame, she said, repeating Carell's words. Not to own it. The next few weeks were a storm of political turmoil. Marcus quickly learned that Carell had been more than a noble. He was a general, a philosopher, and, most controversially, a radical reformist who wanted Saravian society to integrate more openly with humans and other species. His death had left a vacuum, and Marcus had unknowingly stepped into the center of it. Some nobles respected Carell's final wishes. Others saw Marcus as a usurper, a fragile outsider. There were assassination attempts, poisoned fruit, sabotaged grav shuttles, whispered rumors in court halls. Viraya stood by his side through it all. But their relationship remained undefined. They were bound by law but not by affection. She taught him Saravian etiquette, coached him in courtly rituals, and once, when a nobleman insulted Marcus during a public feast, she hurled a ceremonial dagger into the man's thigh. That night she spoke softly. Carell believed in you. He called you star-blooded, an outsider born of destiny. I want to see what he saw. It wasn't until Marcus found the hidden vault beneath the palace that he began to understand Carell's plan. Deep in the crystalline understructure, he discovered Carell's journals, dozens of them etched into pulsating memory crystals. They chronicled not just his philosophies, but a secret alliance. Carell had been organizing a multi-species coalition, one designed to counterbalance the growing power of the Terran-Saravian trade accord, which had quietly been turning into an empire in all but name. Carell's dream was peace, real peace, based on respect, not profit. And he had named Marcus as his torchbearer. A war was coming, not with ships or bombs but with ideologies. Marcus realized he couldn't leave. He had inherited not just riches and a wife, but a legacy, a rebellion disguised as nobility. One night, while watching the twin moons rise from the palace balcony, Viraya joined him. You found the vault, she said, not asking. Yes. And now you understand why he chose you. Marcus nodded. He wanted someone who could see both sides. Someone human enough to change the system from within, but alien enough to be trusted by outsiders. She stepped closer. He also chose you because you are honest. That is rare. They stood in silence for a long while. Then she said, we do not need to follow every custom. Marriage in our society can mean alliance, not romance. Do you want that? He asked. She turned to him. I don't know what I want yet, but I know I don't want to be alone in this war. He reached out, hesitated, then gently took her hand. Then we'll face it together. Over the next year, Marcus became more than a title holder. He became a symbol. With Viraya at his side, he restructured Carell's reforms into a viable plan. He traveled across the quadrant, gathering allies, disenfranchised alien leaders, human defectors, android philosophers, and rogue AIs who had fled central control systems. They called themselves the Concord of the Forgotten Flame, a name derived from Carell's private writings. Opposition grew fiercer. Terran corporations issued death warrants. Saravian high lords threatened civil war. But Marcus persisted. Every attempt to destroy his movement only fueled it. He spoke to billions, through broadcasts, diplomacy, and old-fashioned storytelling. He told Carell's story,